Love is in the air right now with Valentine's Day being tomorrow and all. Well, it's also a time for one specific animal to look for love. Sarah Schott with the Ohio Division of Wildlife is here this afternoon to explain maybe a certain Pepe Le Pew.
Yes, our smelly friend.
Our smelly friend, the skunk. So you've probably smelled it in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
So this is the mating season.
Yes, this is when it all begins. I always tell people around Valentine's Day, love is in the air, and so are the smells.
Wow.
And so around February, around Valentine's Day, we start to see our striped skunks come out of their winter hibernation, and the males in particular are roaming around looking for females, moving den to den. Now through March, you'll see them a little bit more than normal just because their mating season has begun.
Yeah, they're looking for love, like aren't we all? So basically, this is what they use though as a line of defense. So, I mean, obviously it's useful to them.
Yes, it's their main defense. If you've ever seen one from a distance, of course.
You run the other way.
Yes, and you've seen them walk or like waddle or maybe even run. They're not super coordinated and they're not fast and they're kind of just like wobbling along. So they can't outrun predators, and they have long claws for digging, but they're not really good for any sort of protection, and their teeth are really small, so they can't really fight off anything. So they just rely on just smelling really bad, and everybody will leave us alone. It's not just us. Everything in the animal kingdom knows that black and white, we don't touch that. In fact, there's really only one kind of group of predators that don't have a sense of smell that will predate on these guys, and it's owls. In particular, great horned owls are their biggest predator. But other than that, everything else just steers really clear of them.
They keep their distance because they have they're pretty accurate.
Yes, yes. So they spray, of course, as we all know, from 2 anal glands, and they can spray up to like 15, 20 feet with incredible accuracy. Yeah, so when I tell people, if you see one, you know, back away, but back away really far.
Yeah.
not just an arm's length. Yeah, you have to get really far away from them because they are really accurate, can spray up to 15 to 20 feet with incredible accuracy.
Wow.
And their spray isn't like a hairspray type that we think of. It's more of kind of like an oil, like a stream. So think of like garden hose type, like they can aim that. So yeah, they're really good at defending themselves.
I get that. So all of us want to know though, how do we keep them out of our yards? Because we probably have pets, you know, dogs, even cats, that might be indoor, outdoor animals. So how do we keep them away from our property?
Yeah, definitely. Well, one of their favorite places to kind of make their little dens, their little homes right now, are porches underneath houses. Those are really safe, easy places for them to get into. And so this time of year in particular, I suggest kind of walking around your home and looking, seeing if you have little cracks maybe where they could get in. They can dig a little bit too. So maybe putting in like some wire just a few inches underneath the soil, blocking that off so they can't get under there, especially if you smell one in the area and you know, oh, he might be coming back. You know, kind of block off those entryways. Same with like sheds or anything where they can kind of burrow in. If they have a bit of a window to get in there, they'll kind of make their little home in there.
Ooh, okay.
So starting there is a great option. And then also, these are omnivores, which means they're opportunistic. So they eat anything. So they love trash, they love cat food, dog food. So if you have some sort of food resource out there right now, kind of take that away, put it, you know, in the garage, get it out of their access, especially for these couple months. That'll prevent them from wanting to come into the area.
Okay, good advice there. Now, if you do have an animal, or yourself for that matter, who gets sprayed, I've always heard that it's what you take a bath in tomato juice or something like that. You know, what works?
Yeah, so the tomato juice, there's like, if you Google it, it works, it doesn't work.
Right.
It's more of like an old wives' tale. It's mostly that super strong smell that covers up the other stronger smell.
Okay.
It doesn't really work as great as everybody says. And so there's a lot of commercial products out there that are like special shampoos for dogs, special shampoos for people that work really well, that have that deodorizing agent. But if you're not prepared, like most of us
I don't keep that on hand.
Yeah, we're not really expecting this to happen. There's an at-home remedy that you can use with baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, and then just a little bit of dish soap. And all of those work as deodorizers, and they work fairly well, and you have to kind of be a little repetitive with that, but it works well on pets. The one thing to be really careful is oftentimes our pets get sprayed in the face because, right, they're going after it and it sprays them in the face. So you have to be really careful around the eyes. And I always tell people it is hydrogen peroxide, so it can bleach. So don't, be careful if your black dog turns a little brown.
Oh my goodness.
So I always say that it doesn't harm them, but really targeting where they get sprayed immediately. Like I said, it's normally in the face, or if you notice it's on their side, targeting that area immediately and getting it off as fast as possible with that mixture, and then avoiding washing the rest of them because you don't want to smear it around.
Oh, that's
You
a good
want to
tip.
really focus on that one section, get it off, and then kind of keep treating that. And over time, it will go away. But oftentimes, especially with our dogs, if they get wet, that scent comes back. So you might think it's gone, and then it's back.
It's back.
But it does go away. And then the other suggestion that works very well is vinegar is a great deodorizer too. So my dog got sprayed by a skunk a few years ago, and she got it all over the house. And I heard from a friend that little bowls of vinegar just around your house, kind of like candles, absorb that
the scent.
And then I've even made like a spray bottle, like diluted vinegar, water, and spraying everything around, getting rid of that scent works well too.
All right, well, great tips, and make sure you plug off any of those spaces on your porch that they might want to find a home, and great advice for how to get that smell off. We're going to have to be patient though if it does happen, that's for sure. Sarah, thanks for being here today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.